Really good morning to everybody and welcome to this. Actually, this is the first webinar organized by PMAI ever since its inception in 2013. And we are very glad that a galaxy of people from all over the world, I must say, 3 from United States and the rest from India are here with us. So one thing I wanted to just share quickly, Srimati Rasika Chaube, she's on her way from Rameshwaram to Chennai, and she's trying her best to log on from her mobile. Her private secretary told me that she will be able to join as soon as she reaches Chennai or somewhere. That will be something like 11:45. But what we are planning, and I sought permission from our president also, Mr. Manish Kharbanda, and some of our governing council members are here. So I want to convey that, I'm told that what we can do is, in these times of virtual times, we can start with the speaker from United States, because for him, it is almost midnight. So we'll start with him and we'll ask Mr. Manish Kharbanda to formally welcome after Madam joins. Otherwise, it will look a little odd. I hope all of you will agree to a little bit of adjustments in these times of virtual seminars and webinars. And I just wanted to start off on a little informal note. And I was delighted when I saw this advertisement. It is a newspaper article. I wonder if you can read it. It says, it is time to look at waste as a resource. Time to look at waste as a resource. This is a special edition of Times of India of the 26th of February. And one of the things, as a metallurgical engineer from Roorkee IIT, I passed out 50 years ago. So when I studied in Roorkee in metallurgy, there was a book called Iron Making by Bashford. And some of you who have read Bashford, they know that iron making in England, the Appleby Frodingham ore is 52% Fe. And we are so lucky to have 62%, 60%. But all that is now slowly going away. Most of our ore is low and medium grade, say around 55 to 58. So this seminar is all about how do we use our own resources? Why should we let the resources waste? So that is what my request is, that we need to ponder on this question, and along with that, there is a very nice article by a fantastic person. His name is Atul Bagai. He is the head of the UNEP office, United Nations Environment Protection, Atul Bagai. He says that to save the earth, we need to waste utilization must be there. So one of the key themes, of course, we have kept is how to make 300 million tons by 2030. But because so many top scientists and so many industry people are here, I want to appeal to them, somehow let us think of a way in which around 300 million tons or more, I don't know exactly, of low and medium grade ore is piled up. When I joined Bhilai Steel Plant, I used to work in the Rajara mines, and that time that hill was very small. But when I went last year, I saw that it is a huge mountain now. And all that is 58, 57, 55 or something like that. So one of the themes which I request all of you to start thinking about, how to utilize, thanks to scientists like Dr. Biswal, Dr. Sahu, and they are working on it. Only thing is, we need government policy to come in. That is why when Madam comes, my humble request to some of you, ask this question from her. What is the government doing to reduce or make the royalty zero? Something like that, some technical question, so that she will think about it. So without further ado, may I request the first speaker from United States. His name is Stephen Young and Julian Rusconi. So one of the things which I want to share with all the speakers is that this session is being recorded. In case some speaker has any objection to his data being recorded, kindly at the beginning of your talk, kindly indicate that kindly do not record my session, and we will agree. This is the respect we give to each speaker's independence. But it will be good to record so that we can send the link to all the 150 or 170 participants who will soon be joining. So with this, may I request Stephen Young and Julian Rascani. I have one second. Something happened. You have been logged out. I'm sorry, just a moment.
No, you're there.
I'm there. Okay. So I just want to introduce the first speakers. Are they here? Are you listening? Julian Rasconi and Stephen Young, are you there? Are you logged on? I don't think so. What is the matter? Not there.
Mr. Bhatnagar,
Yeah.
can you also just check? Mr. Kharbanda was trying to join, but I believe he had sent a message on the chat that he doesn't have control over his audio or video. It would be nice if you can just get that sorted from the back end so that he can join the
Okay, I'll
meeting.
do that. Yeah. Hey, Rishabh, can you hear Mr. Manish Agarwal just suggested Mr. Kharbanda is not able to log on.
Yes, sir. We are trying to get him onboarded as a panelist. Just a moment.
Yeah. Just you have all his contacts now?
Yeah, we have.
नहीं
वो मिस्टर खरबंदा लॉग इन नहीं कर पा रहे हैं मैंने meanwhile you have all seen the program. Can we just go through and see who all are here already? Mr. Kharbanda, good morning, sir. Are
Good
you
morning.
joined
Good morning.
in?
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Manish, for pointing out
Yeah.
because
So we, with your permission, sir, we took the liberty of telling everybody that Madam will join around 11:40, and I thought I'll request you that you could. It would be nice if you could welcome all the people. We already have about 173 participants right now. So if you could kindly welcome. Of course, most of you know Mr. Kharbanda, but it's my pleasure and pleasant duty to introduce Mr. Kharbanda. He's our president for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years, and we are very delighted because he has been guiding us. Like we are the kind of myself and my colleague, Mr. Vijay, who will shortly, you'll see him. We are in the secretariat, but Mr. Manish Kharbanda is the group advisor in Jindal Steel and Power Limited. He's a brilliant person. We are glad to inform that he's not only a lawyer, but a finance graduate, and also has done a short stint at Harvard Business School. So we have a technocrat as well as a business leader with us. And I will request him to say a few words to all the audience, but he will have to make a repeat welcome when Madam joins. This is my humble request. Over to you, Mr. Kharbanda.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Deepak ji, for the kind words, and thanks, Manish ji, for having this sorted out. So I think me and Deepak ji had discussed about the welcome address being there when Madam Rasika Chaube joins in, because that would be pertinent to make in a few suggestions. I could hear Deepak ji speaking up, although I could not be there, but I was still hearing Deepak ji speaking up. So very nicely summed up issues which have been taken up. So just to keep it very short and crisp, what I would like to say is that when we talk about iron ore pellets, which is a value-added product, I think the understanding that is currently being, I think it's understood, but on the policy framework, we are still missing a few points from the government. Is that pellets and iron ore are akin to each other, which of course has led to a lot of issues. The industry already is around 93 million ton, as the pellet industry. with an investment of about 40,000 crores. We employ more than 1 lakh people now in India, and the industry is rapidly expanding. It's an eco-friendly green industry, mostly green industry when I compare it with any other technology that is available for utilizing iron ore fines. So if iron ore fine generation for the last year was 204 million tons, about 2 million tons was of iron ore fines. The lumps were very, like 60 odd million tons. So if pelletization was not there, then what would happen to this fines is something which the government will like to think about when I discuss in the detail about the issues that the industry is currently facing. Although if you see the value addition to the exchequer, we add value of more than 9,000 crores. And I'll give you a breakup of royalty and the GST that we add as an industry. The industry is almost as big as the steel industry. And there is a sizable contribution to the environment by this industry, because if the iron ore fines are not utilized, then obviously they will lead to environmental hazards, and they are a mineral waste as compared to sintering, which can only be done for agglomerating in the integrated steel plants. The pellets are actually much more environmental friendly in terms of the emissions of SOx, NOx, CO2, which we will take through when Ms. Rasika Chaubey joins in. And of course, I will discuss with her in detail and all of you at that point of time that how this industry is actually adding great value to the country, how it's a green industry, it's a value added product, which is very clear, and what can be done for the industry to grow even further. Because I think two processes, two industries, which is beneficiation and pelletization, both should be given impetus. And I think in terms of if the steel industry is giving impetus in terms of income tax 115 BAB, pelletization should also be part of it, all the new projects. Because the iron ore reserves that we have, basically hematite, whatever is about 22 billion tons, is not going to last you for more than 40 years. And if the fines are not utilized, then obviously the utilization becomes even smaller. And as of now, magnetite, which is about 11 billion tons, is not even explored in India. It's basically in South India. So pelletization and pellets, if you see, is a very significant industry in terms of various other issues, which and the benefits that it has. So I will be dealing through it. I'm very happy that the office, the secretariat of PMAI, with the support of all the promoters and the CEOs, could organize this first webinar, and extremely delighted to see almost 184 participants now. And I'm sure that we're going to have a very fruitful day ahead. We'll be discussing a host of issues on pellets, pelletizations, and gearing up for 2030. When we are looking at a steel production of 300 million tons, which is actually expanding. So let's start the session now. And once the chief guest and guest of honor joins in, I will pitch in with my further points. So thanks a lot, Deepak ji. Let's carry on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And you have really